Hey guys, today we're taking a look at my rank up deck. This deck was requested by King Abdu, and he didn't specify which type of rank up deck. And just to say, if you're new to this, rank ups have so many different options that you can do. You can run rank ups with sea monsters, rank ups with certain attributes of monsters, double level up rank ups with different engines, and there's just too many things to talk about. I'm not going to go over all of it. Just to say that the rank up deck I decided to start with is just sort of a basic 4-star special summoning rank up that uses gadgets and works on bringing out Utopia and Utopia C XYZs. That's the variant that I'm using, but again, there's so many different variants. Hopefully I'll be able to talk a little bit about that when I get to the side deck. So first off, we have Photon Thrasher, just a really great special summon 4-star monster, which is just very useful. Kagetokage, giving us swarming when we're normal summoning, very nice. Tin Goldfish, another 4-star swarming card. That's going to be the continual thing you see here. Then we have the gadgets. Gadgets giving us normal summons that give us hand advantage, which is very important to keep normal summoning 4-stars over and over and over again. And then with the gadgets and Tin Goldfish, we have Machina Fortress, giving us some power and backup, giving us kind of an alternative thing we can do, in addition to what we're already doing. And we're also running Redox, giving us some more special summoning power, which is again very, very important for how the deck works. For the spell cards, we're going to have rank up Magic Barian's Force and rank up Magic Limited Barian's Force. Basically just doing the same thing, allowing us to bring out those number C XYZ monsters, which will be very useful. We also have double summon, definitely a choice in this deck, but gives you even more swarming that you can do, which can lead you to some very, very powerful plays with this deck. And then we have 2 Forbidden Lands protecting our monsters because we're focusing on 1 or 2 very powerful monsters. And then we have MST, Dark Hole, and Book of Moon. For the traps, mostly stable traps, so we have room for a good amount of them. I'm running 2 and 2-dimensional Prison, 2 Mirror Force. Might put in Fiendish Chain. There's a lot of other things you could do, but this is currently what I'm doing to protect my monsters. For the extra deck, obviously very important for this type of deck. So now for the extra deck, obviously very important in this deck, running 3 Utopias because we're upgrading them to Utopia Ray Victory and Utopia Ray V. Both have very, very powerful effects. So the idea will be to get these guys out and really abuse their effects because they're very powerful. Also backing them up, the other XYZs, King of the Feral Imps, searching out Kagetokage to do continual XYZs, Maestroke, Gagaga Cowboy, Gear Gigant, Silent Honor, Exciton Knight, and Disigmia. Obviously, if you're using, light monsters, that can lead you to do some useful things with how the rank ups work. But it's pretty basic. This deck, it just uses that special summoning, that swarming, to bring out those powerful XYZs very quickly. Not that much more to the deck. For the side deck, again, side decks in my videos are kind of just recommended cards. I use this opportunity to talk about other builds, other ways that you can run this deck. And in a rank up deck, this could be like 100, 200 cards long because of the millions of options that you can run. There's so many different builds. Hopefully I'll get to talk about some of them. But just, when you're thinking about rank ups in general, don't, use my build and think this is the way you have to build rank ups. Definitely not. Just look at all the monsters and swarming archetypes there are in the game. But some of them, you can run frogs. You run a frog engine. You could do 2-star XYZs, which can allow you to bring out like Dark Mist and things like that. Windups. The other windups, not necessarily this guy. This one's helpful, but more the 3-star ones that swarm, and you can do even more stuff with that. Constellars, another 4-star swarming. Battling Boxers. Battling Boxers have their own number C. Umbra Horrors have their own number C. They're also another 4-star swarming archetype. Again, some of the number C's, Silent Honor Dark, the upgraded from Silent Honor. Battling Boxer, here's the Battling Boxer one. Dark Storm, he upgrades from Dark Mist if you have a 2-star swarming archetype. Hard Earth Dragon, if you're bringing out 9 stars, you can do, this guy, even though he's not a big favorite of mine. The Umbra Horror number C, there's just, so many different things. There's other number C's, other swarming archetypes, just some of the ones. There's other rank ups you can use, like rank up Magical Astral Force, so you can do like 6-star XYZs and things like that. So there's a lot of other options you could do with this deck, bringing out 5 or 6-star or even higher level XYZs depending on your deck type. There's also a ton of, XYZ support cards that if you're focusing on these cards, you can run those like XYZ Energy, XYZ Effect, XYZ Block, XYZ Reborn. All the XYZ support cards, you can run all of them, with this deck because your main focus is bringing out those powerful XYZs. And when you have those number Cs, they have a lot of materials, so you can use these effects pretty often, which is very, very nice. But that's my rank up deck. Again, rank up gadgets with Utopia. That's kind of the idea behind this particular deck. I'm having a lot of fun with this. The effects of those number C monsters are really crazy, and this deck can bring them out very consistently, which is very good. But if you guys have your own rank up decks, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of variations and things you're doing with this deck. So post below, let me know in the comments. You could talk about the cards you use, probably things I didn't think about, other archetypes that run with this deck. Just so many options, and I don't want to get into all of them. I just wanted to try this for my first rank up deck, and it's definitely running very well. But hopefully in the future I'll be able to try out the huge number of variations that are available for this deck. But as always, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later.